Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow, issue number 4, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Where we begin with is the cops are surrounded Peter Parker's residence. In the previous issue, Kingpin unleashed to the city that the true identity of Spider-Man is Peter Parker. So now the cops got him surrounded. Peter Parker, MJ, Jonah Jameson, and Black Cat, they're all coming up with the game plan to figure out how to get out of it. Peter says he can still feel the alien suit out there after being burnt off of him in the previous issue. I don't want any of you sticking around to have to deal with the cops. So let's get the heck up out of here. So Peter Parker and MJ are about to leave, and he tells Black Cat to take Jonah home, and then he'll take MJ home. And Jonah James is like, I'm the head of the Bugle. You don't tell me what to do. I got to tell this story properly and clear your name, Peter Parker, because it wasn't you that was doing all those crimes. It was the Venom symbiote that was manipulating you. Now Peter tells him, Jonah, for once in your stubborn life, listen to me, go home and get up out of here. So Peter Parker and MJ swing out the scene, and then Peter sees the Baxter building, home of the Fantastic Four, getting all symbiotic, all dolled up. Symbiotic? No, that don't make sense. Symbiotic up, there you go. Now Peter's in this stage of guilt, like, what have I done? And MJ's like, Peter, this isn't your fault. I know this suit did this to you and it had this effect, and you didn't know the evil the suit was. And then Peter's like, that's the thing, MJ, I didn't think it just heightened how I was feeling. I mean, I wanted to kill my enemies. I was tired of the constant onslaught of my friends and family dying because I didn't do what I should do. But MJ, claim your man, girl, tells Peter Parker, this isn't you, Peter. You're the best person I know. And it isn't because you're some perfect man who does good all the time. It's because you do good despite not being perfect, despite that anger you feel. It's easy to do good when you're perfect. You have that anger and that dark side of you, and you fight and you win. The suit, it was a drug that twisted your anger and fed off of that. And the man Ben and May raised, that's the man that beats the darks. So go get him, Tiger, because I want my man when you come home. And, they share a kiss. I mean, she didn't say my man to come home like that, but I put a little, I had to put a little salt-based kind of thing to it. So outside the, you got Cap, Iron Man, Beast, all the X-Men trying to figure out a game plan how to get in there. And Johnny Blaze is pissed, like, Peter, this is all your fault. How dare you show up to the scene? And then they're always like, Spider-Man, you don't know what you're up against. We're trying to figure out how to get in there and get the civilians out. And then Peter Parker's like, look, I can feel the suit is trying to come get to me. That's what the suit wants. So Captain America is like, look, if it's talking to you, then I can't let you go in that building. The last thing we want is for this thing to get a hold of you again. Peter Parker in a man-to-man moment. I mean, this bro manned up. Flex. Cap, look, I know you all see me as some kind of joker, but I'm telling you right now, man-to-man, takes off his face mask and stares him dead in the face. Eye contact. Hombre to hombre, muchacho, muchacho. I'll never let it take hold of me again. And Cap's like, okay, well, you got to do what you got to do. So now they come with the game plan. They give Peter Parker an earpiece, and Peter Parker goes into the symbiote. The symbiote opens up because it does want Peter Parker. And MJ's like, I don't think you should do this alone. And Peter's like, no, this is my fault, my responsibility. I've got to do this. And then you got the Avengers and She-Hulk out there like, we're going to help you out because this is some serious stuff. So Peter goes in there, MJ sneaks in there as well, and so does Johnny Blaze. And Peter's like, what the heck is all this? I wanted to do this myself. After some back and forth banter, Johnny Blaze and Peter Parker concur that they have to go to the 33rd floor to find Reed because look, it looks like these symbiotes are taking over these people and they're in some sort of trance. So Johnny Blaze lights up a flame. They go up the elevator. They do their thing, trying to get to Reed, and then boom! Hey there, Matchstick. Ben, the Thing is infected, son. Mind if I strike you? And then Peter Parker gets haymakered on. It's just like, all right, well, look, I've been pulling back punches all this time, and I'm angry and hungry. No, he's not hungry. Hangry. No, he's not hungry, Nate. I'm hungry. He's angry, so he lets no punches pull back and just starts going to work on Ben, the Thing. Meanwhile, in the blind punch, Ben lands a punch in his midsection, and it might have broke a rib with Peter Parker, but nothing wrong with it. He's got to do this fight. Sorry, Bug. And Ben is like, ugh, stop swinging at me, you darn bug. Peter's like, sorry, Ben, I got to do this. And I got to get to Reed. And Peter's like in this weakened state. But guess what? Cap and homeboys and the friends get in, and we see an infected symbiotic Reed. And and the symbiote from the previous issue wants knowledge, and Reed has that knowledge. And what he plans on doing with this knowledge, I'm going to withhold that from this issue. So when you guys get the book, it's a hell of a read. I got to leave some meat on the bone with it for you guys. Meanwhile, pandemonium and chaos is ensuing outside the Baxter building. Damn it, Spider, get up, get up. We need some help. And it turns out, it seems like this symbiote is no longer affected by fire no more. Wow, this is just a heck of a book. And in a universe where there's no Venom and Spider-Man keeps the symbiotic Venom suit, this is insane. And it's crazy how you could contain an anti-hero such as Venom, but when Spider-Man takes over and he gives into it, now it requires the Avengers. I mean, this is some catastrophic stuff right here. And then we end off with the book where Mary Jane steps in, Peter Parker's all worried, things are happening, and this is just going bonkers, and I'm looking forward to the final issue of the book. So with that being said, Spider-Man, Spider Shadow, issue number 4. I enjoyed the heck out of this book, and I'm looking forward to when the final issue comes out next month in August. But what'd you guys think of the book? Comment below and let me know. If you haven't gotten a copy of your book, go ahead and get your copy from RatedComics.com. Link in description. If you like the content we're throwing up, not to mention some other comic book related content with the occasional comic book reviews, hey, you know, we try to give back a little bit, you know? You know what to do. We're not stingy. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.